The victim is Commander Blake's goddaughter.
I'm told they have a suspect. An escaped mental patient.
He's killed before, for Christ's sakes.
It was his mother.
Detective Inspector Van Houten from the Amsterdam murder squad. This girl, Sadie Carr, you have a suspect arrested, yes?
Yeah.
It's the same as do three of my girls.
We've got another victim.
What?
The killer isn't in Amsterdam. He's here.
You are starting to drive me nuts, you know that? Where are you going? Are you going out?
If he is seeing someone else...
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Well, get Davies, check his wallet.
You shouldn't have broken the rules.
It's all right. They've got like crazy. Helen says he thinks he's a fruit bat.
From the word go, you said that Aiken couldn't be the killer, so what the hell do you know?
Detective Inspector Van Houten. I think that you are withholding information which could help my investigation.
So how long are you going to keep this charade up? Eh? Well, I've got all night.
Okay, we got a van on CCTV. No license plate, just a GB sticker and some kind of logo. I mean, that's why I'm here. Trace the van and then track it on its way to Amsterdam. We don't know what color it is because it's in black and white. Could be green, could be blue. You see, that's the logo. Could be a camera or something. That's it.
Start checking out what you can on these.
No, it's a waste of time. I already did. By a friend in transport. He did a quick check on the PNC. I went to company's house, tried to match the logos online, nothing so far.
You should have told us this as soon as you got here, and you bloody know it!
And you got a witness and you bloody don't know it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Your fruit bat. He must have seen the killer. Disturbed him. And that's why Sadie Carr was not tortured. We got to get him to talk.
Come on, Doc. You know what we're waiting for.
She's been dead 10 days, I'd say. Maybe longer. And, don't quote me, but you're looking for a sadistic madman. Yes, you're going to need a stiff drink after hearing what happened to this poor little soul. Okay, the reason the stench was so pungent when you found her was her open wounds. Her body had festered in its own juices. The abdominal wall is slack and compressed normally, and when something hits it, it'll transmit the force to the abdominal viscera. So, with the force of the blows, the hollow organs like the stomach and the intestines have burst. The spleen is lacerated, the liver is damaged. I've never in my entire career seen this much blunt force trauma. She'd been punched so hard in the chest that the back of her heart was bruised by her spinal column. She was not killed at the site. No defense wounds, so I hope tests will prove that she was drugged. She'd been strung up somewhere and used like a punch bag. There are 2 deep bands of bruising around each wrist, which means the ligature cord was wrapped twice around. She'd be hung up, say, in this fashion.
Nobody saw anything. You know, we talked to 1,256 people, and we have no witnesses. No DNA, no traces, no nothing. And that's why your fruit bat's so important.
Post-mortem report not complete yet. Dr. Flaxon says we're looking for a madman. When you read that, you'll understand why. Well, we got a madman, Reginald Aitken, but as this last victim was killed before Sadie Carr, unless he makes frequent escapes, he's not our man.
Dear God.
Yeah.
You better take a look at this. Has she been identified?
Could we have a word in my office, Ma'am? I don't mean to be rude, but since when does a commander spend this much time in an incident room?
You're right. But as this is now cross-referencing with Amsterdam...
The case or you?
I'm sorry?
Well, Van Houten says that he has been staying at your flat.
That really is none of your business, Mike. But since you ask, yes, he has been staying at my flat. In my spare room. He has no money, and he has nowhere to stay. And now I must see the DAC, because this is turning into a hunt for a serial killer.
And if the killer turns out to be Dutch?
Our victims are English. And there's no way I'm handing this inquiry over to Amsterdam.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Van Houten's a loose cannon, Claire. This could blow up in our faces.
Gov, we've had a call from Welling Station. Woman just got back from her holiday, found her daughter missing, and it could be our girl. She fits the description. Age 17.
I want to be wrong. I don't want it to be true. I've got his credit card receipts.
Is this about your husband?
He said he was saving for a camper van for us to go on holidays, but he's been spending so much money. And the dates, I mean, he was there. I mean, it could just be coincidence, but I didn't know what to do. I mean, unless he's got some woman there and he's been paying
Helen,
for...
I'm having trouble following what you're saying.
Oh, it's Carl. He goes to Amsterdam all the time, and you can see from these receipts for the petrol and the ferry.
What job does your husband do, Helen?
He used to have an electrical business, but it went bankrupt. So now he just does freelance work.
Doing what?
He does lights, you know, for clubs and parties and that. To be honest, I don't know what else he does.
Hi. Is supplying, rigging and maintaining lights for nightclubs. She made copies of his travel dates and credit card purchases, and some of them coincide with the Amsterdam murders, and she's brought in some receipts.
Good. Well, let me go and talk to her. Where is she?
She's not here. She was very upset and insisted she wanted to go home.
Well, if her husband is the killer, then she's going to be even more upset.
I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. I did tell her not to mention that she'd said anything to me.
Right.
Don't want her telling him that she, you know, voiced her suspicions, and she promised she wouldn't. Truthfully, Gov, she thinks he's got this other woman in Amsterdam.
Helen? What are you doing home?
Oh, I had one of my headaches, so they said I could come home.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Yes, you are. What have you got?
Nothing.
What's this for?
I was just putting some stuff away that I don't wear anymore. Maybe send it to the Oxfam shop.
Yeah? You're lying.
I'm not, Carl. I'll get you some lunch.
To know what the hell you were doing going through my business papers.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Please
what are we doing?
Don't, Carl, don't.
What are we doing?
I thought you were having an affair with some woman in Amsterdam. I was just looking for something else.
Looking for something else. And what did you find, Helen?
Nothing, just some receipts for petrol.
Where are they now? Where are they now?
Claire, where have you been? DCI Hedges has been looking for you all morning. What happened to your face?
I had a run-in with a bouncer in Soho. Blacklight, the light that shows up white and yellow. You never believe what I saw. There was these girls with... Well, never mind. The killer dresses in total black. He slips something in a girl's drink, and then he waits outside. And there's no connection between him waiting outside and him being inside. No witnesses. Are you hearing me? I mean, we should check every club the girls were last seen at to see if they use blacklight.
We have a suspect. Husband of one of our civilian staff here at Crystal Palace.
And does he travel to Amsterdam regularly? And he works in nightclubs? Have they arrested him? Can I talk to him?
No, hang on. All we got so far is...
Listen, just give me 10 minutes with him.
No, you need to find out whether he's worked in the Amsterdam clubs.
No, but why waste time? I mean, he could be killing again.
He'll have a tough time. He's here at the station. Mike, can you update us, please? The woman's name is Helen Dirkwood, is that right?
Yeah. Paula.
Helen went home. I told her not to say anything and that if she wanted someone with her, but she said that she was... She seemed calm, you know, after she'd told me everything, but then she got so frightened that she told him she'd been to see us.
Wait a second, you let this woman walk out of here?
She insisted.
By him, you mean her husband?
Yes. He's now dragged her in here and wants to sort things out.
And where's she?
Interview room 1. I'm on my way to see her now. I understand your husband's been in Amsterdam lately.
Yes, a number of times.
And you know exactly when?
I thought he was seeing someone else because of this jacket I found. It was black and green plaid, and I'd not seen it before.
Sorry, what did you say?
Black and green plaid donkey jacket. He said it wasn't his, that it belonged to his nephew, Barry. Well, that's what started me worrying.
Gov, Mr. Dirkwood says he's not going to wait much longer.
Well, tell him I'll be with him as soon as I can. So, Helen, where is this jacket now?
I don't know. He took the ticket from me, so...
Sorry, what ticket?
The dry cleaning ticket. Maybe he gave it back to Barry. I mean, he said it was his. They worked together. I'm all confused now about what I was...
It's all right. You don't worry. Take your time. Would you like some water?
What vehicle does your husband drive?
A transit van, a blue transit van. I'm not sure of the exact make. I'm sorry.
There you go.
It shouldn't take too long. Just a quick word with my boss.
Gov, this is...
I'm Barry. I work with Carl. I've come to pick him up. We've got a job on.
Barry. And your last name is?
Simpkins. And you are?
DCI Hedges. And this is D.I. Van Houten. He is a colleague from Europe.
Oh, yeah, can I see Carl now?
Not just now.
Did you drive here in your van?
Yeah.
Well, as it's here, do you mind if we check it out?
No, not at all. Help yourself.
Thank you. It's very useful that you're here. You'll be able to help us with our inquiry. Take Mr. Simpkins to an interview room. Walk this way.
What?
Ik heb de bus gevonden. Wij kijken nu naar. Ach, god, we hebben hem.
Well, thank you for coming in to help our inquiries.
My wife's in a real state. I'm just here to sort this out.
Yes. Well, what we need from you... You travel back and forth to Amsterdam, correct?
Yeah, I do. Is Helen all right? It's just she's been acting kind of strange lately. Menopause. I don't know.
If you want, you can have a solicitor present.
Why? I've not done anything. I mean, what's she said about me?
Could you tell me if you were in Amsterdam on these dates?
Yes. Yes. I can't remember this one, and I'm not sure. Look, I go back and forth a lot.
And your business is?
I'm a light jockey. I install lights at gigs and clubs. Sometimes we design our own rigs, you know, take them in and out at the end of the night.
Were you in England on November the 3rd?
Yeah, I was.
Could you tell me what you were doing?
3rd. Yeah, I just got back, and me and Barry, he's my partner, went out for a drink. Well, a few drinks, actually. Got back about 11-ish. Helen's screaming at me. Barry, he spent the night on the couch because he was too paralytic to drive. Look, let's not waste any time. I know what this is about. That girl.
Sadie Carr.
I don't know what her name was, just that she got bumped off. Helen told me about the case, and that was the night that I was with Barry all night. So if that's what you're questioning me about, you're wasting your breath. I mean, Helen.
Do you own a green and black plaid jacket?
No, I don't.
Do you own a green and black plaid jacket?
Yeah. I got a red and black one as well.
Do you ever lend these jackets to, say, Carl?
He's bigger than me.
So you're saying that you don't?
Well, if it's in the back of the van and it's raining, yeah.
Were you wearing that green and black plaid jacket on the night of November the 3rd?
No. I tore it on one of the rigs, so I was wearing, a raincoat, I think. Why do you want to know about my gear, anyway?
When you travel to Amsterdam, where'd you stay?
Sometimes we keep in the van, sometimes we book into a B&B, sometimes truckers' hotels.
You and Carl work in Amsterdam, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I told you. In clubs, we do the lights. Well, we're cheaper, you know, even with the travel.
What kind of lights?
All sorts. Normal spots, strobe lights, black lights, fibre optics, pyrotechnic kits. We do lasers sometimes if we're lucky.
Black light. How can light be black?
Oh, well, it's UV light. You see, if a girl's wearing a white bra, you can see it through their clothes. It's great.
How long have you worked for Carl?
Well, he's been paying my wages for 18 months.
And how long have you known him?
All my life. My mother got pregnant by Carl's brother. He legged it, went to Australia. I've never seen him. Carl took over when I was about 11.
Then you've listed all the clubs that you and Mr. Dirkwood have worked at.
Well, they're all the ones that I can remember. It's dyslexic. Look, I can't remember the words when I put them down and numbers. I can't even remember my own phone number. It drives Carl crazy.
They say that Amsterdam is a violent city. Did you notice that?
No. Good beer, though.
Nice girls.
Great girls, yeah.
Do you know any of these girls?
No. Can I go now?
Yeah. Thank you for your assistance.
And that's it?
For now, it has to be.
But you have receipts. They were in Amsterdam. I recognized the goddamn logo on that van, for Christ's sakes. And you're gonna let them walk out of here? I mean, the pair of them are guilty.
The pair of them are backing each other up. We don't have evidence to arrest them.
Nothing. It's been steam cleaned, scrubbed and polished. New rubber mats, both driver's side and passenger. New carpet in the rear. Forensics ran a luminol check on what they thought would be blood. Turns out to be bleach. According to a neighbour, the pair of them spent hours cleaning it up.
Tell Forensic to pull the thing apart. And I want them both under surveillance. They make a move, I want to know about it. We search skips and rubbish bins near their properties. We've got to find that old carpet. Anything. Yeah, and we get warrants to search their places.
Oh, yeah, let's wait for warrants. Why?
Because that's the way we do things here.
Look, Claire, I'm going as fast as I can, but I need you just to ease off me a bit. And I want that Dutch guy off my back. He can't sit still. He's driving me nuts.
Both the clubs where our victims were last seen use this blacklight. I'm waiting to see whether they use it in Amsterdam.
Blacklight, yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh. He's bloody everywhere.
It's the pair of them. I mean, they're in this together. I mean, it's obvious.
Yes, and we don't have enough evidence to arrest either one of them.
They were both in Amsterdam the time my victims were murdered, working at two of the clubs where both of my victims were last seen.
Yes, I know. But look, we call it quits for tonight. I've got to get some sleep. Start again first thing in the morning.
I mean, we would have ram-raided their places.
Good night. Thanks for the slice.
I gotta go too. Good night.
Caught me. What can I say?
Come on, let's get this place cleaned up. Have you eaten anything?
What's the point? It was my fault. I shouldn't have let her go to that club. If I hadn't let her go, she'd have never have been.
Bastard! Don't use her, John. Come on. Let's clear up. Why don't you take a shower? You will get through this.
Will I? Won't bring her back, though, will it? I keep looking at photographs when she was born. Tiny little girl, then a toddler, and then... Remember this? It was her 5th birthday. You helped her blow out her candles, the trick one that wouldn't blow out. I was never much use to her, never a good father, but then you haven't been much of a godmother, have you? I put it down to the divorce, but Mary says you never kept in touch with her either. I loved her. She was the only decent thing in my life.
Then get yourself back together for her.
It's cops. I know it. I can smell them. It's that stupid bitch of a wife, Carl. She's really put us in it.
It's the cops. I can smell them. You scared?
Are you scared? Huh? You scared?
Don't you trust me? Huh? Just relax. I'll take care of Helen. She doesn't know anything, right?
I mean, why'd you keep the receipts? Do you call that clever?
I pay taxes, shithead. I need expenses, prickface, and you're starting to annoy me. Yeah. Ooh. Gotcha.
Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off of me! Get off of me! Can't stop it! I can smell them! They haven't got us, have they, Carl?
Nah. Not a chance in hell.
Oh. Yeah, this is it. I mean, not exactly, but near enough.
Right. Thank you, Helen.
You sure you're okay? You know, we can put you in a safe house.
No, I'm fine. I stayed with my sister last night.
I have a spare room. You could stay with me.
No, thank you. I still feel terrible about even bringing this up because I'm sure Carl couldn't.
Just checking everything out, Helen.
But I mean, if he was involved, then well, you would have arrested him, wouldn't you? But they've let him go, so he didn't do anything wrong, did he? I love him, Pamela. I love him.
Boss, I'll check with the dry cleaners. A green and black donkey jacket was taken in by Mrs. Dirkwood 4 days ago, collected by the husband 2 days later.
Anything from forensic on the van?
No, not as yet.
Commander not with you?
No.
Still staying at her flat?
No. Staying at a bed and breakfast across the road.
Oh.
So I can be closer to, you. Huh? Are we going to see Reggie, are we?
Yeah, I'm sorry we've got to put him through this. If it helps. Reginald. Reginald, we want you to look at something for us. You remember black and green, yeah? Black and green. Was it like this? Well, how about that? No? Okay, so you were right. The commander is still hoping that we'll be able to use him as a witness. You can just see him swinging around in the Old Bailey.
Detective Inspector Van Houten is here.
Oh, that's all right. He can come straight in.
Wow. Spacious.
I've only got a minute. I've got a meeting with the DAC.
Oh, no, I won't take long. I just came back from the institution with Hedges, and we need to get Reginald Aitken on medication, because I'm right. He is a witness. I mean, you should have seen how he reacted to that bled. Black rain, black rain, black rain.
Well, let's hope Dr. Millett can square it with his ethical conscience. I'll have another word with him.
The DAC has a meeting and would really like to see you before.
All right. All right. You wait for me?
Mm-hmm.
In the light of our last meeting, your approach to the Sadie Carr case beggars belief.